Hello, everyone. Just want to say a quick thank you for clicking onto the video. Please do us a favor and hit that like button, comment, and most importantly of all, please subscribe to the channel. Enough of the chatter. Let's get on with the video. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another exciting episode of the Burner Account. You got your boy Big Joe.
Got your boy Two Free.
You got your boy, the original Don.
We got a hell of a show in store for you. Let's get right into it, boys. Last week, we had something that I was very surprised when I saw. As a matter of fact, I'm chilling in my boys' room, kind of helping them clean up, and my mom calls me, and I'm like, what's up? She's like, they shot Trump. And I was like, what? She's like, they shot him. I was like, I'm thinking, this AI stuff, has been really getting out of hand. They'll make videos about anything. So I'm like, that's probably what it was, right? So I get on YouTube because I'm like, YouTube got to have something. And it's all over YouTube, like real quick. And it wasn't what I thought. Thank goodness. Not that I would ever wish ill on anybody like that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not affiliated with one party or another, but just to kind of hear that, I'm like, snap, like what the hell? So I see the video and you see Trump kind of giving his speech, and he turns and he's looking and he turns, and when he turns, kind of does this number here. He grabs his ear and he looks at his hand, and then he goes, ah, and he like drops to the ground. And I'm like, it sounded like paintballs to me. I don't know if you guys have seen the original video, but it sounded like paintballs. And then you just see like Secret Service hop on top of him, and they're like, get up, get up. And he's like, let me get my shoe. And it just turns into this chaotic scene. And he's got blood on the side of his face. And, they whisk him away, but not before he's like, fight. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, like in that moment when I'm seeing that video, I'm like, if you're Secret Service, why are you not tackling him to the ground? Like, get the hell down. Because if they already shot at you, you're making yourself available again for another set of rounds. They did apprehend, well, not apprehend, they unalived the shooter, who was a young man, as a matter of fact. He was in his 20s, or he was 20, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they decided that, there was just a lot going on with the whole situation. When you guys saw that, boys, what were your initial thoughts when you heard that something like that happened? Did you see the video? I know there was some insinuation of it was a staged attack, but I don't remember who mentioned that. But just give me your thoughts. Julio, I'll start with you, man.
Well, initially, I thought that just like everybody else, I'm pretty sure. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that gets created, on the internet that's falsified. A lot of false stuff that comes out. So first, of course, you see it come across your feed. I actually saw it on TikTok. The first time when I saw the original video, I saw it on TikTok, and I was just like, somebody's just making some stuff up at this point. When you see the original video, of course, you hear the pops in the background, several pops. So it's like, it could have been a number of different things that go through your head. So really didn't pay attention to it that much when it initially happened. But as the day progressed and as more news started coming out, and you start seeing that this was an actual, attempt at Donald Trump's life, or the former president's life, it starts to sink in that, damn, it's crazy that we still live in a world where stupid shit like this happens. And it's sad to see and hear stuff like this that happens. I mean, people are going there to, rally behind Trump and to get behind their who their favorite candidate is and their president and show support. And then you have to deal with morons like this that feel like they have to go the extra mile to make some sort of statement or cause some sort of chaotic mess in the midst of all this. Again, just like you said earlier, Joe, I mean, I don't condone or side with anybody, especially when it comes to taking somebody else's life. I don't think that that's a necessary avenue that you need to take in order for you to prove a point about something.
Right.
I mean, you're always, of course, we live in America, we're the land of the free, however you want to put it, and we have every right to protest, to make our claims, to say what we need to say, and have people hear what we need to say. There's plenty of different platforms, plenty of different things that you could have done in order to get your voice heard in regards to what your thoughts are or what your opinion is about certain things. But I don't think it should have gotten to the point where this young man felt the need to place himself in a position to take a shot at a former president and then unfortunately get unalived for that. So it was very surprising. Again, I kind of I'm pretty sure a lot of people thought at the very beginning, kind of thought that it was that something that was just kind of made up. It wasn't a real thing. But then, as like I said, as the day went on and you got deeper and deeper into the facts of what happened and who all was there and all these different things, you start to realize that this was something real. And I mean, I feel for the ex-president Trump, man. He shouldn't have to go through something like that. That's a pretty bad experience, if you ask me. So,
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And the shooter's family. I feel bad for them too,
Yeah.
People he left behind.
Mm-hmm.
T, what about you, brother man? What were your thoughts? What was your initial reaction when you saw everything that kind of went down?
I thought, how did the shooter miss? And you had a clear line sight. I mean, I didn't feel bad. I'm not gonna lie. I think that Donald Trump has made it blatantly clear how he feels about people of color, Hispanic people, Asian people, and I really believe that he's bad for the United States. I mean, hell, I think the United States is bad for minorities, but I mean, I didn't feel any kind of way. I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel good. I just thought, how the hell did you miss? And then I thought, that ish ain't real. Like, I heard at least 4 shots, and Donald Trump stood in the same stance that he was standing in when he got hit in the ear. I'm like, okay, oh shit, you put some ketchup on your ear. Like,
the old wrestling days.
I mean, nobody has said anything other than, sending out their best wishes for him, and they, wish him well and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, bro, we really don't even know that this is real. Like, yeah, y'all done showed us the shooter, but I wouldn't be surprised if the shooter was a pawn, bro. In all honesty, like, let me try to create some theatrics for this. And this young dude who's probably mentally unstable because they don't put out some news about him being bullied in school, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, bro,
he was a patsy.
Yeah, like, so at the end of the day, I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel good. I felt nothing. I just thought, damn, how did you miss? And you had a clear line of sight. Like, how the hell did you hit an earlobe, but you missed everything that's connected to the ear? Like, are you that bad of a shot?
He hit the top of the ear. Yeah.
There you go. Like, how you hit this right here? Donald Trump ain't got no big ass ears, bro. He ain't got Will Smith ears. Like how you hit this right here, but you missed everything on this side. Like,
Yeah.
so I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel good. I thought the stuff was fake. To a degree, I still think it's fake. And yeah, I think that may have gave him a little, put him ahead in the polls, maybe a little bit, and people feeling bad for him. Now they're gonna go out and vote for him. But I mean, shit, him and Biden are both bad for the country. So there we are.
I think you bring up a scenario that a lot of people are looking at, and that is one of maybe it was staged in a way, like you found a guy that maybe he was down for the cause and he was like, you know what, I'll take the fall. My name will be out there forever. Like I'll be that guy.
Yeah, we give your family X amount of dollars, etc.
I'll because everything you heard after that incident, and they had a picture of Trump holding his fist up and the American flags in the back, and he's got Secret Service around him, and they're like, you just handed him what looks like a possible surefire win, but maybe you find you a guy that's like, hey, I'll take one for the team.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. Who
It's
thinks
all
about
speculation, but
oh shit, I just got shot. Make America great again. Like who thinks like that?
I mean,
name one person that's been shot that's like make America great again, people.
And you know, I've seen videos where there were people by the building, screaming out like, "There's a guy with a rifle. He's on the roof. He's on the roof."
I was just about to say that.
Walking around with a ladder, I think, trying to get up to the building, and they're like, "He's on the roof. He's got a rifle."
But again, how did the Secret Service not know any of this?
Here's
did y'all not brief surveil the area ahead, during, and after? Like
they're looking at all that, and my understanding was, just kind of listening to some people speak about the incident, was that was really the only real like potential area for something like that to happen. I've also heard that there's video of the Secret Serviceman, the sniper basically, that shot back. He had his sights on the guy and he was watching the guy. He took his head up out from behind the scope. The guy shot. He just put his head right back down. He didn't move the gun. He just put his head right back down, pulled the trigger, and that was it. So it's like you had your eyes on him,
bro. But that's what I'm saying, bro.
So see,
rounds, and then they're like, well, is the Secret Service involved? Like, is there something going on there?
That raises a lot more questions now, because I mean, of course I haven't dug into it that much, but I did see the video that you were talking about where there's like a crowd of people pointing in the direction of where the building was, pointing as he was climbing up on the building and all that. But I mean, if you're part of the Secret Service, you're on a sniper rifle, you see the guy already, you have him in your sights, why not pull the trigger as soon as you saw the gun come out? Why are you hesitating? I mean, at that point, you should have been either on the radio with somebody, getting them over there in that direction, and be like, hey, there's somebody there. We need to pull him off the damn building now. He's laying down on top of the building. You know, there's a lot of different things. So once that conversation comes up, it's like, now it's starting to make it a lot more muddier as far as why and how this happened. It's mind-boggling how this happened, especially knowing that a Secret Service sniper was on an opposite roof somewhere looking at him in the sights, and you're telling me you brought your head up for maybe a half a second to adjust, do whatever you need to do, and then all of a sudden you hear a pop and you go back down, you don't move your gun, and you pop him 2 or 3 times. It's like, now it makes it more suspicious. Of course, it's going to raise way more questions with everybody, to be like, why did this happen? How did this happen when we have eyes on this guy? You have a group of people that are screaming, hey, there's somebody on the building over here, and yet nobody rushed to the area to stop it from happening. So now knowing this that I'm hearing now, it's like, yeah, it makes it more suspect. Like, was this planned? Was it staged? Did his family take a pay cut to be able to, keep his name out there? I mean, what happened?
bro.
It doesn't seem like coincidence now.
That's what I'm saying, though, bro. Like the Secret Service, bro. They predict. I don't want to say predict, but they surveil and they scout the area
beforehand.
beforehand, during, and afterwards to make sure that people aren't lingering. So there's no way that they let them get away with it, or There's no way that they didn't know that that dude was out there.
No, there's no way. Like they obviously knew, but it just raises more questions about why they allowed it, why they were so slow to react. Unfortunately, there was an individual, I believe his name is Corey Comparator, who did lose his life. He was killed. Uh, he just turned 50 last month. He was a former, I believe, firefighter. I believe he was a firefighter.
So he got caught in the crossfire?
He got caught in one of the shots that went towards Trump.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he got caught, and he didn't make it. And I think there was like 2 people that were injured as well, but they were doing okay. Like everybody else was fine. It's a surprise that not more people,
were shot.
were shot for sure.
I mean, because his only target was Trump, bro. He wasn't thinking about nobody else there. Who else was there of importance?
No, it's not. It's not that who else was there of importance. It was the number of shots you take. You're lucky there wasn't more collateral damage.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But Trump, Trump was fortunate enough to walk away with some injury to his ear.
Mike Tyson bite to the ear.
He showed up at the RNC last night to give his speech, and bro, I swear every time I see him, the bandage gets bigger. Like it's here, and then it's like here, and then he's gonna have his whole head wrapped, and it's a whole thing. But there was another person that was there, and that was one Terry Bollea, aka Hulk Hogan, who offered his support. And I'm just like, we're turning this into a whole circus. Like Hulk Hogan's really out here endorsing the president, and he's talking about Trumpites and Trumpomaniacs, giving you the same spiel Hulk Hogan's been giving you since the 80s. And I was just like, bro, like it's a little over the top. Did you guys happen to see any of the Hulk Hogan stuff?
I saw the TikTok where it shows where he was giving his little, tidbit speech of, Holcomb, Trumpomaniacs around the world and this and that and the other, and looking like he was about to have a heart attack, as T put it, in our group chat. So I got to see that. I mean, it's like you said, I feel like it's becoming a show at this point. They're starting to make, all kinds of stuff around this after that whole incident. I mean, within 24 hours, you already had people printing out shirts. They got hats now with the images of Trump holding his ear and then pumping his fist in the air. Shoes. You got 50 Cent, playing Many Men for him as he's walking out. I mean, bro, it's being made so much of a spectacle that I can see why people have their doubts on if it was a true assassination attempt, if it wasn't an assassination attempt, what it was. I can see why all that stuff comes out, because people tend to make everything into a joke. And that's what it feels like they did with this whole scenario. Even though a person lost their life in this whole scenario, in this whole mix, now you're promoting it like it's some sort of I don't know, like it's some grand show that you need to go watch, and it's
Bro, he
like,
just cut a wrestling promo for
bro,
the possible future president of the United States. That's what I'm saying. That's where America is right now in 2024.
he's gonna be
He
holding
had-
a belt that says "President of the
Yeah.
United States."
the undisputed United States champion of the
Yeah,
world. Oh,
bro.
that's what I'm saying. Like that's where we are. That's why nobody's gonna take it seriously, because we're out here just. I don't remember any of the former presidents having crazy promos cut and stuff like that. It's a circus now.
Yeah.
You know how you see these UFC fighters and they're talking
Mhm.
shit and we're selling a fight. That's basically what these guys are doing.
Yeah.
Just sell a presidential race. And I'm like,
And then we wonder why other countries don't take the United States seriously. You know, when you hear other countries talk about, you know, the shit show, to say the least,
that's
of
what other
what's
countries
going on
laugh
in the
at us.
United
Like,
States. Yeah.
when we go visit,
Yeah.
that's the mentality. That's the image they have of us in their heads when you go
Yeah.
travel. Like, these
Mhm.
guys are clowns because
Yeah.
they see stuff like that. That's what gets play over there.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's dumb.
It's outright ridiculous.
Yeah.